Hello and welcome to the Week 14 TOC giveaway show. As always, I'm joined by my man, Bach. How's it going on Friday afternoon, man? How are things?
Things are good. It's not quite new year, new you, but we're starting early today. I love it. Really throwing the people off their game.
Yeah, exclamation point early. Got all of the three listeners that are here ready for us to be early. So we'll see people filter in for sure. Little bit of a it's called a hangover episode of the show after last Friday's big Miami trip giveaway. Not, I guess, unlike how I felt this morning after far too many second half beers with that game last night. Kind of
What
a
a
wild
game, though,
one.
right?
Yeah, a wild one for my Steelers. I guess that's sort of what happens, and you can really only expect heartbreak whenever you only show up to play 2 out of the 4 quarters of the game. But yeah, wild one. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I was watching it. I wasn't watching a ton in the first half. I was kind of checking in on it, and you see 6-0, 9-0, 16-0. And I'm a Bengals fan, and I was at the Chemo von Oelhoffen game with that cheap shot on Carson's knee. And I've seen Hines Ward take cheap shots at punters my whole life. So, I love to watch the Steelers suffer. But I was watching that game and I was like, man, this is great. And I turned it on in the second half just to revel in the glory of the Steelers get pounded. And they started coming back. And I was just like, what is going on here? This is terrible. Crazy game, fun to watch for sure. And I can be happy with the outcome, but definitely more entertaining than it looked like it was going to be.
No hit in Steelers history might be as dirty as the Vontaze Burfict hit that gave Antonio Brown CTE. So, we'll let you take your shots.
I don't disagree with that, but
we'll let you take your shots. I like this comment too. On-time start, kind of like NFL all day. Yeah, if you're hanging out on the all-day queue, I think we'll get there eventually. We're gonna get there. But yeah, another fantastic night of football from a TOC perspective. I was honestly like end of the first half, and I was just like, well, at least this is really good from a TOC standpoint. I think we saw everything we thought we were going to see from the Steelers against the Ravens in the first half. I thought, Ben's announcing it's his last year and they might just roll over. And then for sure, get a nice win against the Ravens, get a little bit of hype. And, after that emotional high is a letdown, but they at least battled back in the second half and made it fun. It was fun to hang out in the Discord with a lot of people sweating the game. So really cool experience over there in the owner's suites and just hanging out, watching some football. It was fun. But yes, woke up with a little bit of a hangover and was feeling it all day today. I'm on the water train still 4 p.m. on Friday. So we'll see how long I can keep that going. All right. So let's get into the little Thursday night results because I guess first we'll talk about giveaways here quickly. It's a little bit more of a normal week this week, and we are officially starting to run out of cards. We've got enough for the rest of the season, of course, with 3 weeks left until week 17, the online finals and the live final. So we will certainly have this show until then. It will be interesting to see, some of the last cards that ultimately leave the TOC wallet and head into, some of the owners' wallets that are out there. So it's going to be fun. So we got over under, we have 5 cards, and we have those winners here today. We have an Chad Ochocinco signed mini helmet from our friends that I got it. Pretty cool. Ochocinco, one of the famous athletes for changing his name and being one of the first ones or most famous ones to do it. So I know that's popular these days. He's setting a trend there. So cool to get that. We got the Prize Picks parlays. We've got the Thrive Beat the Bot. We have 2 NFL tickets to give away, and we have TOC cards, 5 more for the wheel spin. So that's a little bit of the giveaway show today. Let's get into Thursday recap. Congrats to 3 twins, JV Godfather, Why Always Me, One Cent Collector, and Mumu Shishi on your TOC over underlines picks. You guys were spot on and the 5 best picks of the week. But as I look at this slide here, way higher scores than I ever thought that we would see on the Pittsburgh side after the first half. I think 31 and 35 from the quarterback and the wide receiver squarely in play. Maybe they aren't the top scores of the week, but squarely in play. And then on the Minnesota side, just salivating at that running back score, 36.9. Hasn't been beat, I think, only 3 times this entire season. So, Bach, what are your thoughts here? Give the people the analysis they need.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. Like everyone's going to be locking in the Minnesota running back score. Many weeks it is the high score of the week, and so knowing that going into Thursday night, not a surprise. Shout out to great call by Justin on the Wednesday show with Pittsburgh wide receiver. That was one where we kind of looked at the projections, looked at the prices, and stood out just from a projected value perspective, regardless of the fact that then it was a Thursday night game. And so you get the information ahead of time. If you're not watching that show, what are you doing? If you're not listening to Justin, what are you doing? But yeah, I just went back and checked. And I think for the last 7 weeks, that Pittsburgh wide receiver is a top 5 score. It hasn't been the highest score. It would not have been the highest score in any of those weeks, but it was as high as 2 and consistently top 5. And so, there's a little bit to be said for taking the points where you have them and trying to hit elsewhere. You can build a really strong floor here with Pittsburgh quarterback, Minnesota running back, Pittsburgh wide receiver, and have to get tight end and defense right. And those are the 2 hardest to get right. But you're almost you're not guaranteeing a cash, but you're giving yourself a really good chance at a cash. If you're trying to hit a home run, maybe Pittsburgh quarterback, Pittsburgh wide receiver, and it's a super weird week. But with some of the games on the slate and some of the passing offenses that we have on the slate, I would think if you're trying to go for the win with a lineup, you're probably not playing those 2. Minnesota Minnesota running back is obviously still going to be in play. But if you're just going for a cash, I think those are squarely in play. And then, Minnesota tight end and Pittsburgh defense, low ball cards, sure, they're not things you're super excited about. We've seen low ball tight ends be stone zeros consistently. And the 4 points from Pittsburgh defense, again, is fine, but not great.
Yeah, agree on all of those things. Firmly agree. If you're not listening on Wednesday, what are you doing? Justin and Bach, 2 of the sharpest minds just in general across DFS and cross fantasy, and then add in some of the TOC flair. But also, if you want to listen to 2 guys that have been actively putting in lineups and playing TOC, unfortunately, Bach and I cannot play, but our friends Zakarian and Overzet, I think, have been doing a fantastic job on Friday going through and showcasing how they're building their lineups and how they're building their teams. So that show has been really, really fun to watch. I think I saw them in the chat. They had on the legend that is DJ Local today, and he built one of his 3 main teams. And it would be remiss if I didn't shout this out. DJ Local is trying to collect his 2nd set of TOC cards. He has 1 full set, and he's on his way to set number 2, which is just true legend. Just an awesome thing to say. But he built a team for one of his 3 main event teams. Obviously has plenty of cards to max all of the tournaments. But he built a team that was Pittsburgh quarterback, Minnesota running back, and Pittsburgh wide receiver, mostly because he's locking in some cash, right? So have a lineup, going to lock in some cash. I think he went with Seattle defense as well, which we saw the market continuously getting sharp and prices rising when it comes to kind of week by week. I think that Overzet had called it out that it went from somewhere in the neighborhood of in the high teens to the low 30s with Houston this week. So seeing people trying to hunt down where there are values and ultimately, exploiting some of those things in the marketplace for cards that have either been listed too cheaply or just people that have it out there and have had it out there for a while. So, but yeah, shout out to DJ Local. Also had a fantastic giveaway on that show. Gave away a Tampa Bay tight end. I think it's a $70 or so card. So shout out to him. Wow. Just awesome to see continuous giving back from the community. And like I said, Overzet and Zakarian are both sort of playing to win the Miami trip, but I thought DJ Local brought some other flair there to say, hey, I'll lock in my floor with those 3 plays and then take my upside shots elsewhere. So I thought that was really sharp from the standpoint of continuing to build bankroll and getting the opportunity to do it via Thursday night, right? Not every Thursday do we get a game where you're getting a top 5 outcome in the majority of what we've seen thus far. So I thought that was pretty cool. All right.
Yeah, completely agree.
Anything else to hit on Thursday night?
No, I don't think so. I think we covered it.
Fantastic. Before we start spinning some wheels, I did want to let me stop sharing here. I did want to showcase what we ordered here this week. Can I fan this out appropriately? We got a nice physical set of TOC cards with
the real world.
The real world,
feel those
in physicality. So I know NFT bros are going to be like, dude, that's just meaningless plastic. But yeah, so we're putting the creative brains together to start to think about, what are the other things that are out there that we could do from a community building perspective and from a cool aspect standpoint. So yeah, pretty cool. Physical deck
and excited.
Yeah, physical deck of TOC cards, Series 1. Pretty awesome. All right, so let's get into it. Let me get the screens up. Here we go. All right. So we're going to kick it off with the Prize Picks wheel this week. From last week, week 13, we had 11 people on that Prize Picks wheel. It's just been fun to watch Prize Picks, to think through some of the Prize Picks bets. We almost nailed. I guess last night we missed two. We had the Madison over, and it was funny because on Wednesday we talked about how sharp it would be if Dalvin was going to play to just get a bunch of Madison unders, and I think him being as sharp as he is, Justin, after the Wednesday show, Thursday morning, saw that Dalvin was sort of 50-50 and might play. And I think he said he hammered a bunch of unders and put that in our Discord. So yeah, shout out to paying attention to what's going to happen and trying to take advantage of where there's some lines that are set that just don't make much sense. But yeah, shout out to you guys out there playing Prize Picks. 3 of 3, 4 of 4, 5 of 5 get you on the wheel. And then we spin for a TOC card. So shuffle up and deal.
Yeah, and while we're spinning, I know that's not the primary purpose, but anywhere where you got an opportunity like what Justin did there, which was, hey, there's news that's not certain, and if it goes, it's priced as if it's one way, but it's not certainly going to be that way. There's just so much opportunity if it's not. And like the Madison news we talked about it Wednesday, if you see him trending towards playing, just hammer those unders. And yeah, hopefully lots of other people got it on Prize Picks as well. I know they pulled it relatively quickly, but
yeah, totally agree. And I think it was like, it was the fantasy points line of like 17, which
20 or no, 16. Yeah, they were projected over 21 if Cook didn't play. So it was a good bet over if Cook didn't play, but it was priced as if Cook wasn't going to play. And the moment he became likely, it was like hammer the under.
And Dalvin Cook, man, I mean, that guy was just absolutely electric last night. Just looked so fresh that nobody could sort of tackle him. I think if Zimmer went with the Belichick mentality and just handed him the ball, 35, 40 times, they probably would have handled business a lot easier than they did. So it was interesting to see that. Congrats, Ricey Games. Congrats on winning on Prize Picks in general, and then congrats on getting yourself a free TOC card. All right, moving along. Thrive beat the bot week 13. I think Justin forgot to play this week again. I could be wrong on that, but he's been busy out there. So he said he's going to be bringing the heat in the next couple of weeks. So shout out to those 6 people playing on Thrive. Here we go. Shuffle up and deal. Who are we going to get? Go Bears 3,000. I think are Bears Sunday night. Did I see Discord saying Bears are the Sunday night game this week? Shout out Bet the House. I think he's
Bears are the Sunday night game. That's right.
Sunday night
Green
game.
Bay.
We'll see you in the Discord for the Bears and the Packers rivalry game. All right. 2 wheels left, Bach. Before we do tickets and cards, should we talk a little bit about let me show the I Got It giveaway here too. I Got It. Shout out to our partners. How you do this is come over to this link, and let me put this link in chat. Come over to this link, click enter. They do ask you to kind of set up your account, get your shipping address, and you use promo code TOC to get into this giveaway. So get over there at the I Got It platform, get your account all set up, and best of luck to those trying to get this Chad Johnson signed mini. Sure. I think mini helmets are pretty cool. I had a bunch of these as a kid. I have no clue where they are nowadays, but the mini helmets are pretty cool.
But they weren't signed by Chad, so.
Yeah, they definitely weren't. So this is pretty unique. Get over there and get yourself a mini helmet. All right. Week 14, NFL tickets. Sent Mr. Silsby, I think I might have saw him in the chat. Sent Mr. Silsby to the what was the I can't even know when there would be a great NFL trivia question. When was the last time a team passed less than 4 times? What did they pass? 3 times, right? Patriots?
Three attempts.
When was the last time an NFL team passed 3 times or fewer in a game? And the Patriots successfully did that. We sent Mr. Silsby to the Buffalo New England weather game. I think hopefully he had a good time. A little bit of a tough game to be at, but congratulations to him. All right, here we go. Who we signed into a game this week? It's going to be, is it going to hold on? 0011 JSR, number 6550. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Bach, you have a matchup of the week as we continue to give away some things. I'm going to start the giveaway shuffles and start the card shuffles. We're going to spin 5 here for cards. But Bach, give us your matchup of the week.
Yeah, I mean, we have a ton of good matchups this week between either like good teams. Bills Bucks is going to be a great one. Rams Cardinals going to be a great one. Both of those also super important for the playoff picture. I think San Francisco, Cincinnati, the Bengals and 49ers, super important to both teams' playoff picture. We talked through it a little bit on Wednesday, but like both teams are basically out of the playoffs. Well, that's not true. 49ers are probably 50-50 if they lose, but the Bengals are 25% chance to make the playoffs if they lose. So not quite winner go home for both teams, but really important. And then Dallas and Washington, huge for that division game. And then you get the Chiefs and Raiders, which Kansas City is likely to make the playoffs. Las Vegas is not likely, but those teams hate each other with a passion, and it's just going to be a fun game environment to see. So lots of good stuff this week.
Yeah, tons of good matchups out there. Most intrigued by that Cincinnati and Chargers matchup. I think that one's huge for playoffs.
Niners this week. Chargers.
Oh, sorry, that's right. That's right. Yeah, Niners. So it's huge for playoffs. I've been doing a little underdog fantasy best ball drafting for playoffs, which has been really fun to see some of the speculation there. So I think continue to watch these games, see the outcomes, and see who's going to book their seat to the playoffs, which has major implications from a TOC standpoint too. It's going to be fun to build those 11 card lineups for playoffs. All right, so we had 512 Paul, we had Chewy, we had AW. Congrats so far. 2 more spins. Here we go. I saw Cloth calling us out too. No backup spin. Yeah, good call out. We should do a backup spin. I'll go back to that afterwards.
Yeah, good call out.
Infamous.
That's why we need the people here.
Yeah, we do. Infamous and one more. Fenny with Army-Navy game probably had under 5 passes. That's a sharp call out. Is Army-Navy this week or is it next week?
Yeah, this weekend.
This week? Sergeant Stogie.
Look who it is.
Is Stogie in the chat? Look at him. He's winning wheels where there's multiple hundreds of people on this wheel. Congratulations, Stogie. TOC Truther. All right. 1 backup spin. Yeah, that's a good call. 1 backup spin for the tickets. Just in the event the 0011 cannot make it. It's going to be Landon Renard. All right, Bach. I think it's our most efficient, our most straightforward. Maybe one of our best Friday giveaway shows.
Definitely tough to come back from the giveaway last week. So, but excited and best of luck to everyone in TOC this week and all the other things you could need luck for.
Yeah, great sign off. We will catch you all in the Discord. Get your lineups in. Make sure you're out there taking a peek at the marketplace, looking at those playoff projections, looking at the outcomes of the games this week, and we'll be sweating alongside you. So for Bach, for myself, we will catch you guys in the Discord. Have a great weekend.